Hey guys, Aura 1 through 4 here, and I got another deck profile for you guys to look at. Sorry if it's a little dark, but I'm going to try something a little differently to see if I can reduce the glare that shows up on my card sleeves. The deck I ran this weekend was Fabled. I did really good. I ended up with a 3-2 record. Only thing I lost to was Blackwings when I got Dad top decked on me, and I lost to Stun because both games he started out with Falsadana Pacephalo first turn and I couldn't get around it because of all of his stupid back row cards. So let's get started. First, I'm running 3 Fabled Ravens. Just running 3 for right now until we get Fabled Beasts. Then I'm probably going to replace one of these with a Cerberus or a Chawa. But right now 3 is really necessary. Then, probably one of the most broken cards in this deck, 3 Fabled Kruses. When Fabled Krus is discarded from your hand to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Fabled monster besides itself. So you pitch Krus with so many things, and then you special summon whatever you want to. It's really nice. Next, 3 Fabled Grimros. Fabled Grimro is sort of like their Rhoda. When you have another Fabled on the field, you can pitch it from your hand to add 1 Fabled monster from your deck to your hand. It's really nice, and you know it's a 17 beater. That's a light monster. It's not bad. Then 2 Fabled Kushanos. Fabled Kushanos are 3-star tuner. Whenever it's in the graveyard, you pitch a card from your hand to bring it, 1 Fabled from your hand to bring it back to your hand. So you usually pitch like Krus, and then Krus' effect activates and brings it back whatever you want. That's the reason why Krus is so broken and why Fableds work well together, because all of their effects are catalysts for each other and they never miss their timing, because their special summon thing happens after the chain resolves. Then 1 Fabled Gallabas. He's like a walking smashing ground. You pitch a card from your hand to pop a monster with defense less than his attack, which is really nice. Then 1 Fabled Lurrie. When he's discarded from your hand, you special him. He's like a 1-star. I only use 1 because all he really is that free 1-star special. Then personal tech of mine, 1 Fabled Ashenveil. I really think he's slightly underrated because he doesn't discard, he sends from your hand to increase his attack, but he just, I don't mind having him on the field and then being like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, so I'll wait and then I'll just pitch something from my hand, hopefully a Kushano, because I don't mind pitching Kushano for that. And, you know, if you don't use him, just side him out. I like him, though, personally. And here's probably what I say is the most underrated Fabled right now. Fabled Soulkius. He's their 6-star 22/21. When he's in your graveyard, you can send 2 cards, actually. It is 2 cards except for himself to the graveyard, and you special summon him. And you can do it as many times as you want to. So he gets in the graveyard, and then you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Send 2 cards, bring him out. Really dicks over some Gravekeeper's decks because he can't be run over by assailant. And, I mean, Gravekeepers is granted probably the worst matchup for this because it prevents you from using Krus, but Soulkius is actually really good to use against Fabled. I mean, against Gravekeepers. Then, of course, Double Honest. They're all lights. Why wouldn't you run Double Honest? A Morphing Jar to get off your effects and recycle your hand. And then 1 Gorz, since he's a fiend and he pops out a light token. Then for magics, got yourself Monster Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, staple. Giant Trunade, because Fableds hate back row from stopping. They don't like to be stopped by back row. and this clears it out for you. Likewise, Colde Wave, double MST, clear out that back row, double Book of Moon, of course. Then I'm running 2 Pot of Dualities to set up my hand, because there's nothing worse than having 3 Kruses in your hand but nothing to do with them. Duality helps fix that issue. Then I'm running 3 Dark World Dealings to help recycle my hand, get off effects. I really like it. And then 1 card Destruction. Trap-wise, I'm running 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, duh. A Torrential Tribute, staple. Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment, of course. Mirror Force. Trap Stun to hate on the back row. And then I'm running 2 Beckoning Lights to discard things from my hands and recycle my lights. Now we'll move on to the Synchros. Running 1 Ally of Justice Catastor. 1 Fabled Ragin. When Fabled Ragin is synchro summoned, if you have less than 2 cards in your hand, draw cards until you have 2 cards. So if you have 1, you draw 1. If you have 0, you draw 2. He's harder to get out than you think for being a 5-star, but he's honestly worth it when you get him out if you have no cards in your hand. If not, just go for Catastor. Then 1 Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. He's a huge discard outlet. Really like him. A Goyo Guardian. Black Rose Dragon, of course. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a light. It lets you pop field spells, which I love to do against Gravekeepers. And, if you need to, you can special something from your hands. I only used that specialing thing once, but it got me a Fabled Leviathan because I specialed a Kushano. Then, of course, Colossal Fighter. Scrap Dragon. Double Stardust Dragon. Double Fabled Valkyries. He's a really strong 8-star, and you can pitch a Fiend-type monster to draw an additional card. Really like him. Then a Mistworm. And 2 Fabled Leviathans. When Leviathan is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get to add any 3 Fabled monsters from your graveyard back to your hand. 1 card that dicked me over, Dark End Dragon, because Dark End Dragon doesn't destroy, it sends. Then onto my side deck. Got yourself 2 Beckoning Lights. Of course, it's a light deck. 2 Effect Veiler. Duh. A DD Crow. 2 Cyber Dragons and a Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. 2 Noblemen of Crossouts. That really saved me when I was facing Corn Narcs. I hit the guy's face down Spy and pulled all of them out of his deck. It was really nice. And then also against Scraps, I used this to get around the stupid Goblin thing where it can't be destroyed by battle. Nobleman of Extermination. Also had a really fun time using that against Corn Narcs because I hit all 3 of his Reckless Greeds out of play. It was really nice. Then another Trap Stun for more trap hate if I needed it. I put in a Royal Oppression because I wasn't thinking at the time. I mean, I sort of built this deck at 3 in the morning after work, but this was probably the dumbest idea I had. Would never use Oppression in this deck. Special's too much. And then 2 Chivalries for against, well, sort of Lightsworns, but I didn't see any for against Honest. Also had them for Gladiator Beasts and anything that used the battle phase effects. Well, that's the deck. Look forward to another fun Hidden Arsenal 3 deck next week. I'll see you guys later.